So there's a lot I really like about this 2019 Mark 7.5 GTI. But just like how dirty the paint is, there's a handful of dirty things I also do not like about this car. Enjoy the new video. And number one, I think some of you GTI heads can guess this one. Obviously, it's going to be the clutch on these cars. Holy crap, manual transmission. Honestly, it freaking sucks. When I first got this car, yeah, it was cool and all, but the clutch just feels so artificial. Yeah, I know, DSG for the win, but honestly, guys, you can't replace a manual. It's just so much fun to drive. Maybe one day I'll try out the DSG, but for now, manual is the way to go. Man, once I kind of cleared up like a few things on this car, it drives so much better now. I've done things like the weighted shift knob, the clutch and spring removal, also the clutch stop on this car. Little things like that can really help out like the driving experience when you shift between gears. And obviously upgrading your clutch, that's gonna make the biggest difference, especially when you go and add anything past stage 1 power. Also, some people remove like the bleeder block inside under the hood there. Haven't really touched up on that yet, but I guess it can be something I can look into. So far, I like how it drives now though, the way how it is. And number 2. So second thing I do not really like about this car is the fact that they are so damn quiet, especially when they are fully stock intake, stock exhaust. It's pretty damn quiet. Now for most people that can be a good thing, but for me I wanted a little bit more sound, a little bit more drama when I drove this car. That's why I opted in and got this MST cold air intake here. Kind of spice up the driving experience just a little bit more, and you get a little bit more whoosh sounds. But I do wish that this car came with that from factory, or at least a little bit more drama. Like these engines, they're so quiet. It's hard for turbo cars to be loud and aggressive. But then you see cars like the Subaru STI, Focus STs, even some of the 1.5 Civics, they have more induction or intake noise. So I wish that this car kind of had that, but I guess that's because it utilizes like a diverter valve. So little things like that can kind of quiet out the experience, but in return you do get more performance. So yeah, I guess you can't have the best of both unless you start modding it, right? And number 3, so if you notice the difference between the 7 and the 7.5 GTI, with the 7s, you can fully disable ESC off just by coding it out. Now with the 7.5, it's a little bit tricky. For some reason, you can't disable what's called starting vibration reduction, which means you can't technically fully disable traction control, or AKA ESC. Even if you have ESC off, traction will still kick in if it detects a decent amount of wheel slip. So that's one benefit that the 7 has over the 7.5. I really wish they didn't take off that feature, but you know VW with safety features. Now the only way to fully disable traction control on this is to pull the ABS fuse. It's something I usually do not recommend people to do, so it's a lot easier to do on this one versus that one. Now let's talk about number 4. The thing that I do not like about this car, kind of drives me crazy, is the fact that VW decided to put all plastic oil pan and all the models, including the original Mark 7, even though this is the 7.5, you still get the plastic oil pan. There's a lot of people popping their oil pans, they're cracking it, they're hitting these speed bumps, they're going on these wild jumps, they're doing whatever on the freeway, and they crack their oil pans. I have been fortunate enough that even though I am running this car dropped a little bit, fingers crossed my oil pan has still not cracked, and hopefully it'll stay that way. It's like, yeah, I get it, they could have probably done it for either cheaper cost or just lighter weight, you save a couple extra pounds. But even then, guys, even if you were to put like a steel pan down there, which some people still swap it out, it's at the lowest part of the car, so like that center of gravity isn't going to be like affected all that much. Some of the problems with the upgraded steel pans is that they start to leak, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, fingers crossed mine stays intact, everything stays good. Number 5, can you guess what that could be? Take a wild guess, comment down below, let me know. I doubt anyone's gonna get it right. Let me know right now. And that is because it is pretty subjective. So what is number 5? Well, to be honest guys, let's have a seat. A little board here. Number 5 is the fact that this is a front-wheel drive car. I know. You can't really say it's a front-wheel drive and you bought a front-wheel drive car. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into. I know. But the way how I see it is that the reason why I haven't upgraded turbos and I just kept it at just an IS38, while it makes pretty damn good power, sometimes I wonder what like a hybrid would be like, or like a bigger turbo, slightly bigger turbo. Now, the reason why I have not upgraded that, I didn't go MPI, I didn't do XYZ to really max out this car, is because of front wheel drive. In order for this car to get like full potential out of it and to really take advantage, you kind of have to have either all-wheel drive, or for whatever reason, if you're able to have or rear-wheel drive, you want physics to be working with you, not against you. It's just the sad truth about having a front-wheel drive car. You're going to slip, it's going to lose traction, it's not going to be able to hook as well as a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive using the same set of mods. Obviously, you can do a lot, and some front-wheel drive cars hook pretty damn good. The way how this setup is right now, I really like it a lot. But again, what's limiting me from bigger power is the fact that it's front-wheel drive. What we could do is, get everything dialed in with the tuner, do boost by gear, lower, cut out torque, etc. But again, you still have to do all of that to make it hook up. While with like something like the Quattro from Audis, or just even like a rear-wheel drive car, you can really like push that amount of power. You can like max out the amount of initial power you get and still be able to hook up very well, or to really take advantage of that. So that's why this lands on number 5 on the list. Honestly, there's a lot to like about this car. There's a lot to it was even hard getting like a number 5. That's why I had to put front wheel drive. There's just so much to like about this car. You get a lot of car for the money. I really love it. I do not regret this purchase at all. I love GTIs. Even though it was a hatchback, that was the main drawback while I was deciding to purchase one of these cars. Man, I love it. It's such a sleeper. It is a really good platform to build on. You learn a lot from this, and just the power to weight ratio, the amount of torque. You've seen my videos. You've seen what it can do. This far in the video, please go ahead and give the video a like, because it really helps out the channel. Support the channel. It helps me make these videos for you guys, and I appreciate that. If you have not seen the top 5 things I love about this car, definitely check that out. I will link it in the description. I had a lot of fun making this. Let me know what you guys think. What are some of the 5 things that you hate about this car, or just one thing? If there's only one thing you really do not like about this build or this specific platform, let me know down below. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys can come up with. Anyways, hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace. It's time to go get this shit washed, bro. It is so dirty. And as a matter of fact, we have a meetup tonight. Hit up the Mexican bakery for some rolls. Like the video, guys. I can hit up the roll nights tonight. Like the video so my oil pan doesn't crack.